Hi, friends. I'm Karen, and this is the Family Food for Moms podcast. We're talking about inspiration for family cooking and dining. Today, we're going to talk about some food related fun that you can have with your kids. Ideas for evenings involving food in a fun way for your younger kids, for your older teens, for your family to do all together. So let's dive right in. The first idea is a taco night, DIY tacos. So everyone gets to build their own taco. So you're going to provide some hard, maybe corn tacos, some soft tortilla style tacos, different sizes. You can even include some unusual ones. You get a lot of interesting gluten-free tortillas these days, like carrot or beetroot that's orange and red, respectively. So just a combination of different ones that you know your kids will enjoy. And then the fillings. You can have some beef, some ground beef that you've cooked. You can have shredded beefs, even nicer in barbecue sauce, shredded chicken. You can do beans. You can have different cheeses like mozzarella and a harder, strong cheese. You can do lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes, salsa, guacamole, sour cream. And then you can kind of get the vibe going with some upbeat Mexican music, or everybody can have a mini sombrero, or you can put the Mexican flag on your table, whatever adds to the fun. And then you can think of some games to play. You can do paper plate throwing and call it sombrero tossing. You can have paper plates on your heads. People walk around with them on their heads and see how long they can balance them. You can give your kids, maybe divide them into teams and give them each paper plates, cardboard, scissors, and tape. And then those who make the most interesting sombreros for every team member wins. Can have some little prizes. So an activity and food to go with it is an easy way to make a family fun night. So that's tacos. You can do a similar thing with pizza. Make your own pizza party. Kids love decorating their own pizzas. You could have a competition for most interesting pizza or the grossest pizza. You can decorate the top of the pizza with the toppings. So you're not just adding toppings, but you make a face or some kind of pattern. You can have a prize for the best decorated pizza. So you're going to have your pizza bases. It's easiest if they're already cooked. Or you can just have the dough and have everyone roll it out. And then they would add tomato puree, tomato paste, some herbs and salt, or pizza sauce. But it is easiest if those bases are pre-made and then everybody can make their pizzas. You can have some big ones and some small ones for fun that they can add to their big main one. Obviously, you need lots of grated cheese. Mozzarella works best, but you can mix in a few other cheeses. And then whatever toppings your kids like, pepperoni, pineapple, dare I say. People either love or hate to have pineapple on their pizza. Mushrooms, artichokes, red pepper, even butternut and pumpkin seeds I've seen as a topping. And then any meat, shredded chicken, shredded beef, also ham or bacon. Then play some Italian bistro style music in the background and just have fun together. Think of a fun game to do with pizza. The next idea is a pasta bar. So just using a few kinds of pasta. Penne, spaghetti, something unusual like bow ties or shells, and then some sauces, whatever you like for pasta. Alfredo sauce, pesto, red pesto, green pesto with cream, any kind of cheesy sauce or meat sauce, tomato, or even just store-bought pasta sauce. Make it simple. Then some extra toppings, like you can have various types of cheese, your favorite hard cheese, some Parmigiano Reggiano, which will be finely grated and used in moderation compared to something like cheddar or mozzarella you'd use more of that. So also you can add any vegetables that you like to add. So have some cooked zucchini, some cooked butternut, anything that you think will go well with the pasta, some cooked mushrooms to add, and everyone can create their custom dish. And Even more fun is if you get unusual dishes to use, like crockery, but not. So bamboo or paper, you can buy those kind of tall bowls, which is a great thing to have pasta in to mix it without messing. And then you can kind of be standing and holding the bowl. Now, normally I talk about sitting at the table, having it as a more formal type of meal, but sometimes it's fun to do a standing or moving around meal. So for this one, if you have those big containers, then you can mix your pasta and your sauce in it, and you can come back for more, and then you can walk around and chat while you do it. Great for a party as well, a teen party. Or you can go and sit in another room with someone and chat to them while you eat. And you can either eat with a fork or some kind of tongs. Just make it fun and have a good time together. Then a bento box bonanza. This is fun for younger kids for a party. So you have lots of tiny foods with cute presentation and those little food sticks that you can stick into them. So anything that's easy finger food. So you can do little sandwiches, you can do triangle, cucumber and cream cheese, or pepperoni, salami, and cream cheese. You can cut shapes using cookie cutters. You can make round sandwiches, star-shaped sandwiches, anything fun for kids. You can do cubes of cheese or sticks with salad ingredients on them. You can put the cheese cubes onto little cocktail sticks or toothpicks. You can do fruit on toothpicks. You can do like grapes, berries, any kind, strawberries. You can do some melon or papaya. All those things are great on toothpicks or cocktail sticks. And then vegetables like pieces of cucumber, baby tomatoes, feta, red pepper, olives that have been depipped. Then you can do any other small items on the table. You could do raisins, you could do little jelly babies or chocolates. You can do crackers, individually wrapped cheese pieces like Laughing Cow cheese. So anything that they can put into their bento box or lunch box. So if everybody has a box that has got a few different compartments, that makes it fun, and then they can pack their lunch. You can do small yogurts or juices that will fit in there. And then there's lots of different grocery store packs that you can get with smaller packages inside, like fun-shaped crackers. Then another fun family dinner would be a breakfast for dinner, but a pajama party. So everybody put on their PJs, whether it's summer or winter. You can wrap up warm with robes and everything, or you can just put your summer PJs on and then eat breakfast for dinner. So you can do egg and bacon with sausage, or mushrooms and zucchini or tomatoes. You can do pancakes or waffles with syrup, whipped cream, fruit, chocolate. The best is berries to put on top of the pancakes or the waffles, even some ice cream to go on top there. Then you could do smoothies ready made in little glasses, or you could do French toast dipped in egg and then with salt and pepper or with syrup on top. You could even do breakfast wraps, egg wraps with cheese inside, or kind of omelet style wraps where you whip the eggs well, whisk them well beforehand, and then make a very thin roll up omelet that you could put cheese inside. So any of your favorite breakfasts work great for this one. And then you could play some fun games sitting around in your PJs, just some word games while you eat, just something different away from the dinner table. Or I picture everybody sitting on the living room floor in their PJs with their plates in front of them and eating while you play a game or two. Pass the parcel just for fun with some little treats inside, or yo-yos or whatever from dollar store or crazy store, cheap places. I think the combination of a fun game, a relaxed meal, and then something else like dressing up or using lighting, it always creates fun, makes a good atmosphere. So it's good to do those now and then. Then an old favorite, a backyard barbecue or cookout. You can set up tents in your garden if you have small tents for the kids to go in and out. And then do hot dogs or burgers, corn on the cob, grilled cheese on the grill, s'mores, and then tell campfire stories. You can either sit around the fire on rocks or you can sit in the tent and play flashlight games or making shapes with your hand, that type of flashlight game, anything fun that you can do normally at a campfire. Those are great for group stories where everybody contributes a little bit to the story. You get those little story dice where it tells you how to start the story and then you continue telling it. So any kind of outdoor food that you can use your hands to eat works great. Then a food challenge night for a family fun night. So this one you turn dinner into a silly competition. So have all the makings ready. Who can make the tallest sandwich? So you'll need lots of bread, some maybe healthy bread that you'll actually eat, and then some cheap bread that you'll just use for the game. And then various fillings. People have to put like butter on the bread, or if you're not going to eat it, then get some margarine to make the bread stick together. Just don't eat it. Make the tallest sandwich with whatever fillings you can, or the most interesting club sandwich, which has got various layers of bread, but very interesting fillings like a fried egg or a piece of pineapple, or besides your meats and your cheeses, you can use different sauces or spreads, sweet chili sauce, mayonnaise. So for that one, you'll need to have the ingredients healthy because you'll hopefully eat those. And then you have the judge. Maybe mom and dad can be the judge, or you can choose older sister to be the judge. Make the most interesting sandwich. You can do a mystery ingredient taste test evening with various options. So you can be blindfolded, or it can be behind, you know how they do it on Instagram or I suppose TikTok, where you put the cardboard and then the drinks behind and the straws are sticking up. You can do that with drinks or sauces, but then the tasting would need to be blindfolded. So you can choose different kinds of cheese people can guess, different kinds of dessert, different kinds of cookies, different kinds of deli meat, and then see who gets the most correct, and they can get a little prize or a little chocolate. You can do decorating cupcakes for a fun activity evening and have the cupcakes ready, a few different flavors and colors of frosting and icing, some little toppings to sprinkle on, and then a judge for whose looks best and whose tastes best. And then you can eat them, smear some on each other's cheeks, just have fun. Another idea for teenagers is to do a mocktail bar or a mixology party. Teens love the vibe of drinks, fancy drinks. So you have some fancy bottles, perhaps, that you can put them into, or fancy glasses with straws, and then have some different options. So different kinds of juices and cordials, which are like concentrates, some soda water, some fizzy lemonade, then a few different herbs like mint and rosemary. You can do cucumber, various fruits like blueberries, strawberries, anything that'll add to the flavor, a bit of lemon, some syrups that are even thicker than the concentrate to make different flavors. And then you'll have shaker bottles, or the ones they use in a bar, those stainless steel two-sided ones that you shake in, but they'll have to learn how to shake so it doesn't go all over the room. You can do little cocktail sticks with for a garnish with your lemon slice, your strawberries, even your olives. And then you can use wide glasses or tall glasses that are interesting, and then go wild. Make your own mocktail. Another idea is a plating challenge. So you have the ingredients ready, like maybe a piece of steak or fish, some mash or rice, and some rings to plate them with, then some sauces with squeeze bottles or spoons, edible flowers, microgreens, all those kind of things, and then see who can create the fanciest or the most elegant looking dish. And you can judge each other's and then eat the meal. Hopefully it won't be too cold by then. And then lastly, a chocolate dipping party, or like a chocolate fondue. So you melt maybe some different kinds of chocolate, some dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, and then you have your dipping things, your fruit, pretzels, marshmallows, little cookies, mini croissants or pastries, anything that you can dip in, and then some nuts or sprinkles to go over the top. And then you can use fondue forks to dip in whichever you'd like to. And it can be kind of messy, so you can put those big sheets of newsprint or paper on the table if that helps. But maybe everybody has their own little bowl that they spoon some of the chocolate into to use and then continue. So a chocolate fondue or a chocolate dipping party is lots of fun. I hope this has inspired you to do something fun for dinner with your family. Let me know what you do. I'd love to hear or see a photo. It's Karen at familyfoodformoms.com. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.